Um, we got everything having a good old time. Let me get this up on my cellular device so in case anybody makes a comment, I can see it. Bum, bum, bum. Got some nice relaxing music going on. Yeah. All right. So I'm opening up a box of the core set of 2021 Magic the Gathering. I'm hoping to get some shrines out of this. Um, anyone who's watched anything in the past, oh, that's perfect timing, litter box. Unfortunately, if you hear that in the background, I apologize. I've got an automated litter box that I paid good money for, but it's a little bit loud. But I'm going to open this for, well, just because. I got it. I'm hoping to get a, what's it called? Yeah. Now we're just going to use my nippers to open this up. But it is still sealed. I did not open this and then reseal it to make for dramatic effect or anything. I have no idea what I'm getting. You can see it's a bit beat up. But I got it off Amazon. Good price. Who knows, maybe I'll pull one of the really badass planeswalkers. Not really a lot else going on. This is core 20 set, and for anybody that plays Magic, like these core sets are really good if you're new, but they're not like, I don't know what the word I'm looking for here is. They're not the best thing ever, but like because these have shrines, and I've not bought a Magic booster box, and I don't know how long. It's hard to tell. Oh, and thanks for the like there, Daniel. But yeah, I'm gonna crack these open and hopefully we get some cool stuff. Like I said, I'm trying to get some shrines to make a shrine deck work that I've been trying to build properly since Kamigawa, which was I think 2003, 2004. So, you know, it's kind of a passion project of mine to have these, and I'm gonna try and do these in a stack in a setting so that way you can, like, you know, I'll have like rare, uncommon, common, mythic, or mythic rare. Just try and set them up in a easy to see way. I apologize for the plastic. It's coming through, but kind of figured out how to do that yet. So let's. Wait, what? Wait, what? This should be back here, not here. Back here. Uh, okay, Magic. What you doing? Did somebody get a little too did somebody get a little too happy at work? Oh man. Alright. Normally I don't stop at lands and whatnot, but I love the swirl here of like the sands look. Um so and a rare, what is this? This is a rare right off the bat. Rares are supposed to be in the back. Okay. And it's the ultimate shrine. Like this is the shrine that allows you to pull more shrines. It's oh man. All right. So yeah. Right out the gate, a shrine. So thanks for thanking you. Good luck. Miscast. Tempered veteran. Tap +1/+1 counter on a creature with a +1/+1 on it. Tap, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature. Alright. So it costs a bit more to put one on there, but if you already got one, it's good to go. Enters battlefield, you gain 2 life for each creature you control with flying. Oof. Maybe like an angel deck? That would be perfect. Or like just a, you know, a Wyvern, Forgotten Sentinel, enters battlefield tapped. But he's a 4. Why would he enter tapped? Scorching Dragonfire, deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Your creature return dies, exile instead. Alright. That's 3 for 2, that's not bad. Target player discards 2 cards. Oh, good old Mind Rot. There we go. If I hold them like this, you can see it a lot better. Rookie mistake. On the turn, creature gets +0, +2. Another creature gets plus or -2, -0. And that's pretty good for a 1-drop. Daybreak Charger. Enters battlefield. Target creature gains +2, +0 until end turn. So that can nullify the rookie's mistake there. Alchemist's Gift. These are a lot of really cheap. Get you +1 and gains. Death Touch or Lifelink until end turn. I can put this in my vampire deck and give my vampires lifelink, or my sack deck give it lifelink. That's going off to the side. This is why I buy packs. A lot of people buy the individual cards, but I don't really know what I'm looking for, and a lot of times I'll find what I'm looking for by this. So I know it's not financially efficient, but you know, everybody's different on this. It's got reach. One creature flying gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Choose, draw 3 cards. That's really high for 3 cards. 2 target creatures in their hand. You're really throwing those unicorns in here. Vigilance. There's battlefield. Create a 2/2/1 knight. And additional cost. Casting a spell, discard a card. Draw 2 cards. So yeah, you discard 2 cards and draw 2 cards. So that's an even trade. Alright. Yeah, let's keep cracking. Hopefully the next set is not set up so funky, because that was so weird. Okay, no, it's still set up like that. Normally, your tokens are at the back and not the front like this. So, maybe the shuffler's broken. Yeah, and then the last one, the rare, was in the front, and now we got a common. I think something's funky is going on at Magic's shuffling company. Yeah, and then there's a rare. Like, JT will be interested in this. There's battlefield tapped. You may scry 1, taps for a green and a black. So I'm hoping this focuses better. Like, focus on the card. I'll just say what it is. Good old Meteorite. Those have been playing for a hot minute. You'll recognize that. I'm gonna put all my lands over there. Canopy Stalker. Orc Pirate. That's an interesting thought process. An orc as a pirate. Life goes on. Gain 4 life. Creature dies its turn. You gain 4 instead. That's nice for a 1-drop. Ooh, that'll actually work really well in my sack deck, because I kill creatures all the time. So, yeah, I mean, 2, pay 2, add 1 mana of any color. Mana pool, you know, not such the great on that one, but that's alright. I understand why they put it in there. Walking Corpse, Sure Strike, Tax, draw a card. Ooh. Put Shroud on that and ping you for 1 constantly, and I've got a deck where it's just all about drawing. I might throw that in there. So, man, that light is okay. And then yeah, there's another, and there it is again, like a land, and then on the rare. Let's see, hexproof from black. Deals combat damage. You player or planeswalker, look at that many cards. Top your library, reveal a creature card, Organock, planeswalker card from among them, put them in your hand, put the rest of them out of your library in random order. I mean, that's kind of cool, but like, I don't know if I'd ever use it. Tormod's Crypt, sacrifice Tormod's Crypt, exile all cards, target player, and target player's graveyard, and it's a 0-drop. That's kind of neat. Experimental Overlord. Overlord? Yes, Experimental Overlord. We're trying to figure out which Overlord we like the best. Instead, we went with Overload. X weird, where X is the number of instant sorcery cards in your graveyard. Ooh, that would work well for my buddy JT. And then Crimson Grub. X is the greatest power. Next creature to your graveyard. Alright. Lifelink. Good old Bastion. Oh man. Return to nature. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, exile card from graveyard. Not bad for 2-drop. Deals 1 damage to any target. Alright. Ah, the dinosaur. It's trample. 6 for 6. And it has trample. In my opinion, that's a good deal. I really wish this would focus better. See if I can't get this to... There we go. Alright, we have a better focus now. Thank you for dealing with my technical difficulties here. And I'm jamming out to some non-copyright music while I'm doing this. But I mean, usually it's a fairly decent deal to at least get if you haven't bought any cards this year. For Magic, it is a good idea to get the core set because you'll get at least a few cards that you probably didn't even know you wanted. 2 ones. Goblin Wizard tokens, okay. Huh, that's cool. Prowess. Prowess making a return. Ba-dum-bum-ba-dum-bum. Another one of those. Another land. And there's Battlefield to gain life. And looky there. First Planeswalker of the set. Good old Ugin. I used to have one of these from back from Fate Reforged, and I lost it in the move. So, yeah. Good to have him back. Let's see, where am I going to put these to where it's visible? I'll put it right here. Ah, yeah, Garruk's Uprising. Yeah, I bet they brought him back. Last I knew, I thought he was dead. So, try to move a little slow in case people want to see these. Soul Seer, deal 5 damage to our creature or planeswalker. Permanent loses indestructibility until end of turn. So that's great for a god. That's great to kill a god. And it's 3. Like, that's good. Oh, hey, look, it's a dub. You know, more anime could handle this, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, but enchanted creature gets +2/+2, has first strike, and is a knight in addition to its other types. Deals combat to creatures before they deal combat damage to it. Really nice for like those kind of weaker creatures that have like death touch. So you got like a black deck, put this on it with death touch, they'll hit before they ever get hit. Really nice way to do that. Destroy target. Tap creature. Shock. Classic. I guess that cards have been in the game since the game started. Too small. Oh, a fungus. 1 green. Oh, cool. This will work for the time spiral stuff I have because I was building a spore or a sapperling and spore fungus deck, so that might go into it because I like building certain things. I'm kind of strange that way. Oh, okay. Feat of Resistance, good card. Another Goblin Wizardry, Spine, Megalodon. It's a 7 drop, 5/7, hexproof, and when it attacks you scry 1. That's not terrible for 7, it's just a high cost. And I'm sure there's a card in the game that does it for cheaper, as so many people like to tell me when I play any cards, honestly. Let's just be honest. And a soldier. And a forest. See if I can get that back up. Alright, well, we'll just not worry about the Facebook thing. Bad deal. Draw 2 cards. And each opponent discards 2 cards for each player. Oh, each player loses 2 life. Alright. For as high as that is, yeah, that's kind of a bad deal. Exile target creature or planeswalker. Its controller gains plus a 4/4 white angel token with flying. It's not bad for 2. Riddle form. Oh, it's a Sphinx. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may have Riddle form become a 3/3 Sphinx. Creature with flying until turn. Huh, that's interesting. So it's an enchantment that can be a creature, and it's a 2-drop. And anytime you play a non-creature spell, that could be useful. This cat, man, like the way it's like prances about, like it's just so, yeah. Whenever Pride Malkin enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Each creature you control with +1/+1 counter has trample. So that's really great for those decks that have +1/+1s. Lifelink, 4/3, and the vampire. That's not bad. Definitive Strike. 1-drop. Gives it a +1/+0 until on turn end you get to draw a card. Not bad for a white. Destructive Tampering, huh? You appreciate my adjustments. Ha! Destroy target artifact or creature without flying can't be blocked this turn. Oh no, or creatures without flying can't be blocked this turn. Okay. Let's see. Tap, spend a colorless. Add colorless mana. Spend this mana only to cast instant spells or sorceries. That's nice. No target. Non-land permanent. Controls exile. Oh, okay. And on to the next one. I had one of my coworkers tell me, "Oh, well, you only sit there and talk earlier," and I was like, "Well, you know, I just didn't feel like playing a game." And times like this, I've got this, and I planned on doing it anyway, so might as well. Another one of those lands, common, gain a life when it enters battlefield. Taps for black and white. Okay. Correct. We got a dragon. Rare. Can't attack unless you control 4 or more artifacts. This would be great in an artifact deck. Beginning your end step, create a treasure token for each non-token creature that died this turn. So yeah, that wouldn't be too hard, especially because he's a 3-drop and he's a 5/4. You got enough artifacts going on in your deck that could work fairly well, fairly quickly. Furious Rise. Beginning your end step. If you control a creature with power 4 or greater, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card until you exile another card. Oh, okay. That's neat. So basically it just allows you to play free cards. That actually might be really useful in certain decks. Creature spells with flying cost 1 less to cast. Oh, that's nice. Creature with flying in the battlefield under your control gets +1/+1 until end turn. That's not bad for a 2-drop. Banner's put a +1/+1 on each creature you control. That's nice. That's great for those I can't remember what deck though type that was. But basically, where if any creature had a +1/+1, it gained like life, link, reach, death touch. This might go in my what's it called deck? Enchantment, the shrine one I was just thinking of talking about earlier. Silent Dart. Oh, okay. Sacrifice it deals damage to a player or a creature. Scorching Dragon Fire, Forgotten Sentinel, Rind Rot, Daybreak Charger, Divine Defender, sacrifice a creature with Defender, draw a card. That's nice. You got a lot of defenders in your deck. More of those. Alright. Oh, look at that. Alpine Watchdog. Vigilance. 2-drop for 2/2 with Vigilance, so he doesn't tap when he attacks. Oh. Crash Through. Creatures you control gain trample until turn, and you get to draw a card for a 1-drop red. That's not bad. Alright. A knight. Oh my, that's just gorgeous. Like, I don't care what anybody says. That is gorgeous. Like, that is super, super gorgeous. So, apparently my Facebook hasn't continued on, but that's alright. I want all my swamps to look like this. This might be something I have to actually buy. And I got another one of those. Transmagnify. They're really cool, but I don't know if I'll use it. Archfiend Vessel. I've got a couple Archfiends, so this might work well for me. Lifelink. He's 1 for 1. Has lifelink, so that's already a plus. In the battlefield. If it enters the battlefield. Wait, what? When Archfiend Vessel enters the battlefield, if it enters the battlefield from the graveyard, you cast it from the graveyard, exile it. If you do, create a 5/5 demon token? How could I play this? There's got to be a way to make that work. Ah, yes. Yes. This is one of the shrines I was looking for because it's a 1-drop. Yes, it's a legendary shrine, but I have other shrines that go with this. So, that is perfect. Exactly what I was looking for. Battlefield, it's +1/+0 until end of turn. That's cool. And then it has haste, so it can attack right then and there. Or cast non creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on this guy. Alright, cool. That'd be great for my buddy's spell deck. He's got one of those like spell ball decks. It's really crazy. He's like 1 mana, I think, away from making it like work perfectly every time on every turn or every 2 turns. So I think I still not back up on Facebook, but that's all right because life goes on. Yep. Other good card. Let's see, battlefield. Target creature gains flying till in turn. That's cool. Well, that's neat. Flying, whenever he enters battlefield, draw a card. This Songing Typhonod. Come on. Focus on the card. You can do it. You can do it. It's a dinosaur. It's defender. It's a 3/3. As long as you control a creature with power greater 4 or greater, it can attack as though it didn't have defender. Oh, okay. So it's a 2-drop for it's a 3/3. That's kind of neat. I like that. Alchemist's Gift, which I did earlier. Another one of the Spine Megalodons. The Pegasus was flying, 1/3. And Bone Pit Brute, huh? He kind of looks like something out of Star Wars, not gonna lie. He has Menace. This creature can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. Here's the battlefield. Target creature gains +4/+0 till end turn. I wonder if you can slap that on him when he enters the battlefield. So that way he's an 8/5 for 6. I don't think you can. Target creature. So when he enters the battlefield, it hits. So no, yeah, no. Alright. Well, plus he wouldn't be able to attack. He doesn't have haste. What am I thinking? Don't mind me. I'm just having a brain fart. So another token bird. Another one of the ones where you gain life when it enters battlefield. That's cool. That's cool. A hollow. Oh. Alright, that's really cool. Chrome Replicator. I like that. That's really kind of neat. And Jamar Ravage Rescue. 2-drop for a 1/2. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create it. Oh, this is going to go on my draw deck. Because I'm drawing like 3 or 4 cards per turn. So I'll basically be getting free 2/2 cat creature tokens every turn. Creatures you control have base value XX, where X is the number of cards in your hands. Oh, this even works even better. Because that means I can literally give all my creatures plus like 20/20. Oh. Or no, they have base power, so it switches it to. Okay, so that may or may not be good. Depends on the situation. But that's really cool. That's going to the side. That's going into a deck. And let's see. Flying, non-creature spells cost 1 less. Or cost 1 more to cast. Alright. Unleash Fury. Double the power of target creature until end of turn. Not bad for 2. Silver Motogul? Silver Motogirl? I'm probably butchering that really badly. Beginning of your end step, if you gain 3 or more life this turn, return this card from your graveyard to your battlefield tapped. Oh. That's cool. That might work well in my sack deck, but I don't know. I'll have to look at it. Return to nature. Roaming Ghostlight. Here's battlefield. Return up to 1 target non-speaker creature to its owner's hand. Dub. We were talking about anime needs more of that sometimes. Swift response. Destroy a target tap creature. Yep. That very promiscuous cat. It's just like, I'm here, I'm doing things, deal with me. When Crypt Lurker enters battlefield, you may sacrifice a creature or discard a creature card. If you do, draw a card. Oh, okay. Kind of neat. A little costly for 4, though. The dog. The demon. That will work well on my sack deck, so he's gone to the side. And then we already looked at that, too, so. On to the next pack. Crazy how these ones are set up different than like how I'm used to cards. I know it's been a hot minute since I bought Magic cards, but I didn't think it'd been that. I mean, hell, the Time Spiral weren't set up like this. I didn't do an unboxing of those because that was just with me and my buddies. We did a draft tournament. Huh. Alright. It's not wanting to focus, but this is a Massacre Worm. Pretty sure I'm butchering that, but that's alright. When Massacre enters the battlefield, Massacre Worm enters the battlefield, creatures your opponent control get -2/-2 until end of turn. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, that player loses 2 life. This is a 6-drop for a 6/5 that would work well in my sack deck and is probably going in, and I love the full art of this. Come on, focus on it. You know you want to. So, yeah. Yep. Well, there's a second mythic. Oh, and look at that. There's a rare. There's a rare underneath it, and that's a land. Sacrifice this land. Sacrifice Fabled Past and search your library for a basic land card. Put it into the battlefield. Tap. Then shuffle your library. Then if you control 4 or more lands, untap that land. Ooh, that could be really good. Now, I know this is going to be going to my roommate because he's a big land. Like, he needs every land that ever existed ever. So, I'm going to set that to the side. Because I know he'll use it. Witch's Cauldron. Yep. And for those who just joined in late, I'm mostly looking for shrines. I know that sounds weird, but I've been trying to build a shrine deck that functions well. That functions well since Kamigawa. So, hey, I know this card. I have it. Yeah. Wall of Runes. Swift Response. Oh, I love these little, like, you know, the alternate arts almost of these. This is just so beautiful to me. I love when Magic does stuff like this. Deals 1 damage to target creature or planeswalker. So, yeah. 2/2, that's pretty cool. I'm going to set him to the side just because I like the way he looks. No other reason than that. Another one of the fungus guys. Titanic Growth. Gives +4 until end of turn. Capture Spear, basically Pokeball in Magic form. Flash, enchanted creature, capture an enters battlefield tapped. When it enters the battlefield, tap enchanted creature. Enchanted creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap phase. Target creature archive this ability only if you control a creature with flying. Alright. Oh, activate, not archive. Brr. Archive's the new stuff that's coming out. Turn to Slag, deals 5 damage. Target creature, destroy all equipment attached to that creature. Alright, that's cool. Great against, you know, those artifact decks. And Lawfully Denial. Counter target spell unless the controller pays 1. You control a creature with flying, counter that spell unless the... Oh, so they really went deep with that flying thing. Unless they pay 4. Alright, I think my packs are actually exactly even. Okay, cool. I was afraid I had somehow open up more on one side than the other. A Griffin token. One of my things we pulled was a holographic token, which I'd never seen a holographic token before at that point. It's kind of neat. Scorched bird. And peer into the abyss. And the abyss peers back. Target player draws cards equal to half the number of cards in his or her library and loses half their life rounded up for each time. Or round up each time. Wait, does this go off multiple times? Brah. I mean, that's a 7-drop, but I don't know when I'd ever play that. But that's still kind of cool. Pay 3 life, flip a coin. If you win, gain 6 life. The gainer gambler in me, I love that, but I don't want to ever do it. Twin Blade Assassins. Beginning your end step, if a creature died this turn, draw a card. It's kind of nice. Definitely looks like it's from Ravnica. Heartfire. Molter? Yeah. 2-drop for 2. Paralysis. Whenever casts a non-creature spell's turn gets +1 on the turn. Deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker. Oh, that's kind of cool. I don't know if I want to sacrifice it, though. You know, because more potential. Well, who knows? If you're, like, just at that point, then maybe it'll work. Fury of the Bitten. Frostbat. Breath. Tap. Up to 2 target creatures. Those creatures don't tap during their controller's next untap phase. Warden. Battlements. It's nice. Defender. Attacking creatures gets +1/+0. Another Forgotten Sentinel. Rise again. Return target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. A little high cost though. 5. Like, there's other cards that can do it. I think there's a 1 that works a little bit better in my opinion. Rambunctious Mutt. I love how he's just laying there with a toy in his mouth, like, I'm the best. I am the bestest boy. Rambunctious Mutt enters the battlefield, destroy target artifact or enchantment opponent controls. So it's 5 drop, 3/4, and it gets rid of a enchantment or artifact. No, wait, artifact. Yeah, artifact or enchantment. Yeah. Burn Bright. Target creatures +2/+0 until end turn. You got to draw a card. I think that would be worth the 3 you got to pay for it, but eh. Let's see. King Guild Master. Target creature gains flying until end turn for 2. 2 drop for 2/1. That's kind of cool, but I don't know how often that would be useful. Except for those ones where it's like, oh, well, if you have a flying creature, you know, it does more. That would be useful for that. And Sapperling, good old fungus Sapperlings. Another mountain. I'm hoping to get one of the mountains that like looks like it's stone and whatnot, kind of like that swamp I got earlier. That was really cool. And apparently this is a common rare, because this is the second one of him I pulled. So. Griffith Ire. Arrow? At the beginning of your end step, if you gain 3 or more life, create a 2/2 white griffin token with flying. Oh man, that'd be really nice with my artifact deck, because it would basically just pop and I'd gain 2 life at the end of my end step. Set that to the side. Let's see, Faith Fetcher. Fetters. Yeah, Faith Fetters. Enchanted permanent. When Faith Fetters enters the battlefield, you gain 4 life. Enchanted permanent can't attack or block, and its activated abilities cannot be activated unless they're mana abilities. Hey, this is the card that started my draw deck, actually. The Lore Scale Coastal. Because whenever you draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Like, that is, to me, that's +1/+1 every turn. And if you got a deck that draws four cards per turn, that's 4 +1/+1 counters. So, you know, if you've already got all the draw stuff out, that becomes a 6/6 literally the next turn. And then after that, it becomes a 10/10. You know, and a 14/14. If you got other stuff to draw cards, it just gets worse. Like, a lot of people, I don't think, realize how good this card is. Sky Scanner, Ruse Red, or Rousing Reed. Yeah, one of these days I'll learn how to read. Enchanted Creature. Enchant Creature. It's an aura. 3 drop. Whenever it enters battlefield, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. Enchanted Creature gets +1/+1 and has flying. So that's not bad. Draw 2 cards and discard 1. That almost is Tibbet's Gambit, but it gives the creature bonuses. So, ooh, that's kind of nice, but kind of eh. Distress. Card that's as old as Magic, I swear. At least it seems that way. It's been in there since I started playing. Life Goes On. Gale Swooper. Flying. Gale enters battlefield. Target creature gains flying until end turn. Alright. Grox, I should say. Gorehorn. It is a 7/3 for a 5 drop. So if you can find a way to boost that defense, that's pretty good. Like, permanently boost it, not temporarily. And Fettered Imp. Older card with new art. I like it. 1, 2. It's flying. And gains touch till end of turn if you pay the extra. Turn slag and opt. Scry 1, draw a card. So you basically get to look at the card you're about to draw. See. Yeah. If you don't like it, you can put that card at the bottom of your library so you don't know what you're drawing then. Gain 3 life, draw a card. That's nice. This is going to be at least an hour video, because I don't even think I'm halfway through. I partially apologize, but also I don't, because, like, I like talking about Magic. And, oh, well, kind of already revealed I'm getting a shiny there. Shiny. Holographic. Ah! I can word, I promise. Like, oh, man. This is crazy, like, because I never really... So, for those of you watching on YouTube, those of you watching on Facebook, wherever you're watching from, what would you say to me doing video game reviews? I kind of want to get an idea. I'm thinking about doing it because I'm pretty relaxed and pretty good at giving, reviews on stuff. Just let me know in the comments later in the video if you're watching this later. Would greatly appreciate it. Maybe my voice is too annoying for that kind of thing. I don't know. Just here trying to have fun. Oh, look at that. If it wasn't a black-white, this would go on my vampire deck, because I'm doing a black-red vampire deck. Flying life, make beginning your end step if you're game for 3 or more life. This turn, each opponent loses 3 life. That's really cool, because I can make vampires that freaking gain life. Make me gain life pretty frequently. That was a shiny, and so, hey, look at there's another vampire. Legendary creature, vampire cleric. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. Creatures you control gain lifelink until end of turn. Oof. Oof, that could be really dangerous in the right instance. But it's a 5 to activate that ability, so I don't know how. You know what I mean? Miscast, 1 drop, counter target instant or sorcery spell unless its controller pays 3. Oh, whoops, wrong stack. That's common. That's uncommons. Another one of the druids. Oh, hey, look at that! A shaman goblin! I have a very mean goblin deck that's a bit ridiculous. Depending on how this plays out, I might get it. It might go in. It's a 4-drop, so I doubt it. At the beginning of your combat. Beginning of combat, on your turn, you may have target creature gain +2/+0 until end turn. And nah, I'm good. Current ogre, huh? He's a 4-drop or 4/3. He has reach. When he enters the battlefield, if you control another creature with power 4 or greater, he deals 2 damage to each opponent. So that's great for multiplayer. You know, if you're going to be playing red. Swift response, wall of runes. That dowsing. Liliana's steward, huh? Oh, I don't remember this card. Liliana must be making a return. Hopefully not to her old ways. Sacrifice Liliana's turn. Target opponent discards a card. Activate this ability anytime that you cast sorcery. There we go. Another one of those colossal dead maw dinosaurs. Guildmaster again. Stargic. Shieldmate, and he's a 1-drop. It's 1/3. That's not bad. Incurs Injurious Curt? Yeah. Gets +2/+0 until end turn. If you pay 2, so the same price, drop it. It becomes a 3/2. This side. This is basically going back and forth, till the cards are gone. I'll be doing another one of these with the Strixhaven core set booster packs. I bought a draft box, but that's going for me and my buddy's draft tournament with Strixhaven, because we're crazy and we are getting together. Idol of Endurance. Alright, 3-drop. Artifact. When Idol of Endurance enters battlefield, exile all creature cards with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard until Idol of Endurance leaves the battlefield. Till end of turn, you may cast creature cards or creature spells from among the cards exiled without paying their mana cost. That's nice. Now, I wonder if they stay on the field permanently until they die. So that's that could be useful. And then yep, another Uprising. Good old Meteorite. Ah, Kraken. Talramian's Kraken, I believe is how that's said. Butchering it, I'm sure. It's a 6-drop for a 4/6. Whenever you draw a card, you may pay 1. If you do, you may untap or tap target creature. It's kind of nice. I don't know if I'd use it though. Okay, this is what I meant by alternate arts. So you see this, and then you see this. Like, out of the two, I like this better than I like that. So, I don't know why they just kind of randomly put the alternate arts in there, but I really like that. Because it makes it where your commons even could be really something really amazing. Hunter's Edge, put +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. And that creature deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. Oh, okay. So basically it's that fight one from back in the day. Ornery dinosaur. He's an ornery little burger. He's a 4-drop. He's a 2/2, has death touch. Whenever he attacks, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, he gains +2/+2 until end of turn. So basically, yeah, if you have another creature that's 4/4, he becomes 4/4 as well. That's kind of neat, especially with death touch, because he might live longer. Walking Corpse, good old cat. Valdian Arcanist. I think I'm saying that right. Oh, this is one of the ones I got earlier. It's a Mermaid Wizard. Tap him, he adds 1 colorless mana. Spend this mana only to cast instant sorcery spells. Alpine Watchdog and Crash Through. Another Guildmaster. Guildmasters are pretty common. I mean, I imagine Lily is on it in the set because like she's on the packs. So, Josh. Another Angel. Another. Hey, I have this forest from back in a previous set. Actually, it's in my sack deck. And I apologize if any of these have been kind of eh. Okay. Still, really like this. Really cool. Love the way it looks. Wait, are those? These are all rares, right? Not mythic rares? Yeah. Okay. Maybe I haven't pulled any mythics yet, but no, I pulled one. I'll be damned if they don't look really close. But I pulled one of the full arts of the same guy. And I'm sorry, but this one looks way better than that one. And then, yep, the Replicator. His free boots. Here's Battlefield. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-creature, non-land card from it. Exile that card until this guy leads the battlefield. Not bad for a 2-drop. And there's the other shrine I was looking for. I'm running a blue-green-white shrine deck, so you know, it's whatever. At the beginning of your pre-combat phase, add X mana of any color, where X is the number of shrines you control. So with this, it'll be 4 shrines potentially. So I'll be able to add 4 mana before my pre-combat, which you wouldn't think would be a lot, but man, it can. It can change the battle. Lawn Wars Visionary, huh? Altruid enters battlefield, draw a card, and he taps for 1 mana. How about EJT? You'd probably be interested in that. He's basically one of those ones, but it allows him to draw a card, which he really needs with that elf deck of his. Let's see. Masked Blackguard, huh? Oh, I see the mask. Human Rogue, Flash, and gets +1/+2 until it turns 2-drop for a 2/1. Good old Frost Breath again. Track down. Man, if only tracks were that easy to spot. Am I right? Scry 3, revealable top card from your library. If a creature or land, card, draw a card. And Scry 3. Okay, so yeah. Blood's gotten. Definitely Strike. Destructive Tampering. Another one of those mermaid wizard folks that makes for the colorless mana, you know. Don't you know? You can see there's a lot more commons and uncommons than there are rares. Another Knight. Another just standard mana. Oh, whoop. Just pulled something out of the way. Spore Web Weaver. Reach hexproof from blue. Whoever deals combat damage, you gain 1 life and create a 1 green Saproling token. That's nice. That will definitely go in my Saproling deck because he's a 3-drop for a 1/4 and produces Saprolings every time. Oh, every time he's dealt damage. Oh, nice. So pump him up with the fence stuff, and he's even. Light of Promise. Enchantment. Enchant a creature. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. Oh, okay. Got a buddy that runs a deck like that. Epithys Golem. Put target card from your graveyard on the bottom of your library. Oh, that's kind of nice. You can just like basically deck cycle. That's actually really nice. Come on, you can focus on it. There it is. I'm sorry if a lot of the time this is out of focus. I'm still getting used to how to do this. So, Tide Skimmer, Drake, flying. Whenever you attack with 2 or more creatures with flying, draw a card. That's nice. Ah, Goblin Arsenic. Whenever he dies, he deals 1 damage to any target. Used him a number of times. Short Sword, +1/+1. Yep. 2, 1 to drop, 1 to equip. So 2 really total to make it work. Destroy target creature or planeswalker for 5. That's not bad. I love that it's a pig with a painted eye. Truffle snout. Like, just standing in front of Truffles. Like, yeah, I found him. When Truffle Snout enters the battlefield, choose 1, put a +1/+1 counter on him, or you gain 4 life. Either way, that's not bad for 3. Land that enters battlefield, you gain 2 life, taps for colorless. That might be something that he's interested in too, because he was interested in colorless lands last I talked to him. Gloom Sower, huh? Gloom Sower becomes blocked. Whenever Gloom Sower becomes blocked by a creature, that creature controller loses 2 life. You gain 2 life. 7-drop for an 8/6. Basically, you never want to block it, but you'll get hit for 8 if you don't. So no matter what, you're getting hit. That's not terrible for a common. Alright. Looks like we're coming up on a lot of the same stuff. That's bound to happen. Alright. Hoping to pull, other than Ugin, I'm hoping to pull at least 1 other Planeswalker. That'd be great. Oh, shiny is something. And another one of the lands, when it enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. So we can get the focus. There we go. A holographic uncommon. Okay, Angelic's Ascent. Exile target creature or planeswalker. If controller gains 4/4 angel with flying. And Temple of Ithithan, huh? Temple of Ithithan is battlefield tapped. And there's the battlefield. Scry 1. And it's blue or red. That's what taps for. It's kind of nice. Not really my thing. Go ahead and put that over with the other rare land that I got. Oh, this will be really good for my fungus deck. So this is a fungal rebirth. Return, so 3-drop. Return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. If a creature died this turn, create 2/1/1 Saproling tokens. That's beautiful. Thrashing Botodon? Thrashing Botodon? Sacrifice a destroy target enchantment or artifact. It's a 3/4 for 3. Pay another 4 total and get to get rid of an artifact. It's kind of nice. It's like getting ready to die, sack it, and take something out anyways. Liliana's Devotee. Zombies you control get a +1/+0. Well, that's going to go in my mass deck. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, you may pay 2. If you do, create a 2/2 black zombie creature. Yep, you're getting put aside. Okay, yeah, here's another alternate art. I love that. Like, it changed that to black. It's more like dark, mode. It's got the little niches in the background. That's really cool. Magic, if you could just turn all your cards like this, I would be so happy. After a while, it would lose its effect, but it's still, like, changes it up in a way that's really cool. Draw cards and discard cards. So she's a 2/3 for 3, and then pay 2 more and tap her and draw a card, discard a card. So good way to kind of get rid of cards. Grasp of Darkness. Target creature is -4 until turn for 2. Black usually knows how to get stuff off the board. Wall of Runes, Gloom Sower, none more of the Vines, the Shieldmate, Bone Pit Brute, Tome of Annie, or Anima? Anima. Tome can't be blocked as long as you've drawn 2 or more cards this turn. That's kind of neat, because I have a draw deck that would work well in, but a lot of decks would not work well in. Most people are probably watching this just for how terrible my English is at this point, more than the card openings. See if I got Facebook back up and actually running in the video footage, because if I do, I can't see comments from it for whatever reason, because Facebook and Streamlabs just don't get along, and I don't know why. So, give them a free advertisement for arenas. I'm telling you right now, don't do it. Unless you're brand new to the game, and then it's a great way to learn. See, and more alternate art on lands. That is so cool. I love this. If at any point I get big enough and Wizards of the Coast ever listen to me, I want this. I want more of this. I've never been one to buy lands, but I will probably buy playsets of those lands because those look so cool to me. Okay, here we go again with my terrible English. Even though it's my first and only language for the most part that I speak. Contaminate Priest? Contaminant? 2-drop, regardless, for a 2/2. It's flash, so you can play it like it's an instant, which is great. If a non-token creature would enter the battlefield. Wait. If a non-token creature would enter the battlefield and it wasn't cast, exile instead. Oh, this is an answer to those decks where you could like just play stuff that's exiled. Maybe? Or play stuff from the graveyard? There's some use for this. I know it. But I just don't know it yet because I haven't seen it. Not enough cards have been shown to me to go, aha! I figured it out. Alright. This looks like something from Kamigawa. Jessica Elder, Human Monk, Paralysis. And whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it gets +1/+1. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. 2-drop for a 1/2. Not terrible. Ooh, I like the way this looks, if nothing else. If nothing else, I like the art. Leafkin Avenger. He's 4-drop for 4/3. You can tap him, add green for each creature you control with 4 or higher mana. Goodness. Pay 8. He deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker. That's not a tap ability. So if you get to where you've got a bunch of 4 creatures, that would give you basically all the mana except for the red to just do that. That's a really cool uncommon. Volcanic Geyser. I was wondering how long ago before I saw this card. Alright, yep, Hunter's Edge again, Dub again, Mystical Singer, or Mystical, yeah, Singer, Flying Prowess, Centron, training. Enchanted creature you control, or enchanted creature you control, enters the battlefield, draw a card, gains +1/+0, and then gets trampled. So it's basically almost Rancor, but with cost more. And you get to draw a card. So it's like one of the other cards I just added. I think it was Rune of Might. Does the same thing. Village Rite. I know this card. Sacrifice a creature and get to draw 2 cards for 1 black. It's really nice. Especially if you're running a sack deck. Actually, yeah, that's going to go on my sack deck. This one costs casting a spell, discard a card, draw 2 cards. Yep. Valorous Steed. Okay, this one creates the white. Yeah, the White Knight that also has vigor. Or vigilance, I mean. Vigor. Cancel. Good old counter spell. And that cur again. Oh, I need to move my butt. It's starting to fall asleep. Even though I got this nice new comfy seat cushion, it still kind of falls asleep. Appreciate everybody that comes out and watches, even if it's just for a few minutes. How'd I put that away now? A forest. I was really hoping. I probably did earlier and I just missed it. Oh, Tiffin's Ageless Insight, huh? Legendary enchantment. It's a 4-drop. If you would draw a card, except the first one you draw in each of your draw steps, draw 2 instead. Except for the first one. Oh, bro, this could make my draw deck stupid broken because I'm drawing 4 cards a turn, alright? So, my first card, I don't just draw 1 like normal, but the other 3, I would draw 6 cards. Bro, you're going into the side stack for my deck. Here's another shrine. Not one of the ones I'm going to use because it's a green-white deck, like I said before. But at the beginning of your pre-combat stage, you may draw X cards, where X is the number of shrines you control. If you do, discard a card. Kind of neat. The card, yep. I'm starting to. There we go. I think I can do it like this. Then, yep, perfect. Truffle Snout, Rookie Mistake, Finishing Blow. These are all cards that I've come across before. Spell loses 2 life. Activate this ability only if the creature dies this turn. Only if creature. Okay. Cage Zombie. Okay, that's really cool. Again, I love this alternate art. I can't say it enough. I probably would not even play this creature, but I still love that alternate art. Like, that's just... Makeshift Battleton. Sure Strike. I love how they use some of the stuff that's not even in in play anymore. Like the creator on that card, I bet he's not even in this set. But it's still cool to see them use a lot of their older assets and cards. I bet Massacre Worm's not even worth anything. Not that I'm looking to sell these, it's just my thought process. Swamp, Holographic Village Rites, Maze Tome, Maze Mine Tome. Get this in a better angle, come on. Put a page counter on Maze. Maze Mine's Tome, scry one. Put a page counter on Maze Mine Tome, draw a card. When you have 4 or more pages on this counter, Tome exiled. If you do, gain 4 life. Okay. So you don't have to, but you can. Kind of neat. Rewind, counter spell, counter target spell, untap up to 4 lands. So it's basically free. This is a free spell. That Vampire Noble that I was talking about, that would work well in mine if I played those. Tevet's Trute Lage. There's the battlefield, draw a card, and discard a card. Whenever you draw a card, target opponent mills 2 cards. Oh, so he's kind of a Jace. Grass Darkness, Silent Dart, Hunter's Edge, Infiltrator Scarring, +2, +2. Whenever this creature dies, draw a card. Steward, Dinosaur, Doug, Burning Bright, Guild Mage. Hoping I pull him. I would like to pull him as a planeswalker because I've seen some really cool things about him. A Zombie. Zombie. Holographic Frostbreast. See, I almost want to say Necronomicon just because it's the whole, swirling, but if it was a book, yeah. Necromantic. 3-drop. Sorcery. Choose a card name other than a basic land card name. Search target opponent's graveyard, hand, library, and any number of cards with that name. Exile them. That player shuffles his library. Then create a 2/2 zombie creature token for each card exiled from their hand this way. That's kind of neat. If you know your opponent's deck really well, that works really well. Not a lot of people do, so. Invigorating Surge, 3-drop. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control, then double the number of +1/+1. So that would be really well for certain draw decks and +1/+1 counter decks. Light of Promise, we got that before. Surge Strike. Double Strike, whenever it attacks, you may tap any number of untapped creatures you control. Surge Strike gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each creature tapped this way. So if you know he's going to get through, like you can. But you have to do it then, you can't do it later. Good old Shock, Sabertooth Mauler. Here's a 3/3 for 4. And getting your insta after a creature died this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on him until. And untap it. Alright. Again, another one of those alternate arts. Really loving these. That's right. Secure the scene. Exile target non-land permanent. Its controller creates a 1/1 white token. Opt. Revitalize. Gain 3 life. And draw a card. I feel like more people watch these after I'm done than when I'm doing it, and that's fine. Another Zambi. Wonder what's in its head. Yes, I made that joke. And then another one of the mana where you gain a life when it enters, taps for 2 mana, and Another Idol of Endurance. Those are kind of neat, but I don't know how well it would work for my decks. Obsessive Stitcher. Oof. I've met a few of those in my day, just not so much with flesh. Human Wizard, draw a card and discard a card, sacrifice it, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. That's kind of neat. Okay, yeah, the Canopy Stalker can't be blocked. Must block if able. Must be blocked if able. When it dies, gain 1 life for each creature that died this turn. Alright. So if we give that Death Touch, yeah, that would work. Goblin Assassin. There's that interesting land. Run afoul, huh? Target opponent sacrifice a creature with flying. Alright. Pitchburn Devil. Older card. When it dies, it deals 3 damage to any target. 7 or 5 drop for a 3/3. Legion's Judgment. Destroy target creature with 4 or greater. Blood Glutton. That other card, I got an alternate. Shield Mate. And another cur. Alright, I think we're officially halfway through, and it has been an hour. I did not expect this to take this long, but I also like to talk, so, you know. How is that Goblin Wizard thing? And, oh, look at that. We got a Prime Might. It looks like somebody gets the aura of a dinosaur. Pays X, where target creature gains X plus till in turn and fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. And it's a, yeah, it's a however many drop you want. 1 plus however many. That's pretty cool for a holo. And looky there. Liliana Walker of the Dead. Like I said, I was hoping I'd pull another Planeswalker other than Ugin. I'm glad I did. Each opponent discards a card. Each opponent who can't loses 3 life. Ooh, that's nice. Target creature gets +1/+1 till end of turn, where X is the number of cards in your graveyard. Ooh, that's what we do great in my sack deck. Anyways, 7. Get an emblem at the beginning of your combat turn. Combat on your turn. Put target creature cards from your graveyard onto the battlefield under your control, and it gains haste. From a graveyard, not even my graveyard. Oh, bro. Oh, she is nasty, and I love it. Unleash Fury, double target creature power. Tide Skimmer. That's Silver Moat Ghoul. Hunter's Edge. That Prophet. Grass. Village Wraith. That Dinosaur. The Tomb. Defiant Strike, and Knock Ogre. 3 drop for 4/2. Oh, and I had the Libro. Listen, I think I'm getting better at keeping these in focus. Man, if things aren't getting a little out of hand on how stacked well these are. Oof, I'm so glad I pulled her. Because I'm pretty sure she's an expensive card and I didn't want to have to buy her. She may not be. They may have figured out a way to, like, kind of make her terrible. Alright, so that's a weird. For those who don't know what weirds are, there you go. They used to be like a blob that didn't even look humanoid, but hey, things change. Another one of those lands. And, oh, look at that. Ghostly Pliffler. Becomes untapped. You may pay 2. If you do, draw a card. When an opponent casts a spell from anywhere other than their hand, draw a card. Discard a card, and it can't be blocked this turn. That's cool. Cultivate. The new set comes with like a really cool kind of alternate art of this. Looks more like stained glass, but it's neat. Search your library for 2 basic lands, reveal those cards, put them in the battlefield. Reveal those cards, put them on the battlefield tapped. And the other, one. Yeah, battlefield tapped and the other in your hand. It's kind of neat if you're really kind of needing a mana ramp pretty bad. And then eliminate. Destroy target creature or planeswalker recovering a mana cost 3 or less. And there are planeswalkers like that now. Warden of the Woods. He's a tree folk. He's 7-drop for 5/7. He has vigilance. Attacking doesn't cause a tap. And when he becomes target of spell or ability an opponent controls, you may draw 2 cards. It's kind of neat. Don't know if I use it, but still. Whiskcoin Crab. Legion Judgment. Pitburn. Prismite, which we saw earlier. Furious of the Bitten. And Burger, track down. Yep. Celestial Enforcer, Human Cleric. That's 3-drop. 2 tap target creature. Activate this ability only if you control creature with flying. Alright, I have seen that before. And then that ogre again. Alright, that's still neat, still cool. We're still going through. Who knows? Maybe we'll pull another planeswalker. That would be phenomenal for me. This actually kind of works out well too, because if I get some stuff I really don't want, there's a guy who I'm wanting to trade some Magic cards to that is doing 40k Warhammer stuff for trade. So I'm like, yes, please, bring me all the goodies that I will not use. Okay. Volcanic Salvo? Yeah. It's a 12 cost. This kills boss X less to cast, where X is the total power of creatures you control. Oh, okay. Deals 6 damage up to 2 target creatures or planeswalkers. I mean, it's 12 for 12. Unless you got a really strong creature on the battlefield, that might work, but that's gonna be really kind of specific. But some people can really make those work. I've seen it happen. Yep, that 0-drop uncommon I was talking about earlier. Curse and Grub. Express power of 1 creature in graveyard. Here's battlefield, mill 4 cards. Alright, yep. Watcher of the Spears. Of course, it's a bird. Creature with flying costs 1 less, and then he gets +1/+1 for every time there's. Yep. Rind Rot. Ricky Mistake. Daybreak Charge. Goblin Ascent. Again, love these alternate arts. Makes the commons way more interesting and less just like flip through. You know? I will say that every time I come across one, yes, I'm sure it gets annoying, but I want to get my point across, which is keep doing that magic. Anyone who's played against me knows that I'm one for obscure ideas sometimes. Like, it's easy enough to break, but I just enjoy having fun with the game. Alright, some Sapperling tokens. Another one of those lands where you gain 1 life. Blue-green, Thief Guild, Enforcer. So this looks like Ravnica stuff. Because that's the place with Thieves Guild that I can remember if it wants to focus. There we go. Flash, whenever Thieves Guild enters or another rogue enters battlefield under your control, each opponent mills 2 cards. As long as your opponent has 8 or more cards in the graveyard, Thieves Guild gets +2/+1. Has Death Touch, which is pretty good for a 1-drop. I got another one of those shrines, so that's cool. Paldium Mirror. Add 2 colorless mana. He's a 3. So he basically just costs 1 mana. Second turn, anyways. And every draw a card. +1 gets +2/+2 until end turn. That's kind of neat. Spellgarn Wielder. Gorge Wielder. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on this guy. Alright, yep. And then the Cage Zombie. Sky Scanner. Rousing Reed. Duress. Rise Again. Binds. Shield. Brute. Tome. Actually, I think I'm going to move my commons to the deck box so that we're not having a potential cascade fall. You know what I mean? Not deck box, but to the booster box. Oh, there we go. And it'll allow me to straighten out some of these that I've set to the side. Again, just crazy. I did not expect to get some of these pulls, but I got the 2 cards I wanted, and then the rest have been like extras that I wanted but didn't know was in the set because I didn't look. Again, love these new basic style lands. Like, they're not on every set, but that alternate art looks so cool. I figured it'd be more like a craggly mountain or lava flow, but I love the like almost burning pit underneath that. That's really cool. Grim Tutor. Alright. I wonder if this is like demonic tutor. Search your library for a card. Put that card in your hand, then shuffle your library. You lose 3 life. 3 drop. Yeah, you need a specific card. That works very well. Ah, the black shrine. So it looks like I think I got every color shrine. You know, I got the green, I got the white, I got the blue, I got the black. I'm missing the red, I think. Sanctum of Stonefang, being your pre-combat phase, each opponent loses X life. You gain X life or X number of shrines control. If I was building a, multicolor shrine deck other than green white, this would be the greatest like thing. But again, I'm strange. I've been trying to build a shrine deck since Kamigawa. Falconeer Adept. Whenever Falconeer Adept attacks, put a 1/1 white bird creature token flying that's tapped and attacking. So basically, you get a free 1/1 every turn for 4. It's not bad. If you there's certain cards that can make that cost less too. So if you do it right, that could be really useful. Enthralled Hold. I love that it's got like a little thing hand on top of his head. Adam's Family type thing. Enchanted creature you can't choose to untap creature as the spell target. Hold up, my brain's dying here. You can't choose to untap creatures as this spell target as you cast it. What? You control enchanted creature. Alright, I'm gonna have to read that when I'm less tired. I think I really butchered it. The Grass of Darkness, the Wall of Runes again, Tyrant Ogre, the Gorhorn Stage, that's new. He has reach, and as long as you draw 2 or more cards this turn, he gets +0/+2 and has vigilance. That's nice. So for 5, he's a 4/6, basically, if you're like me and like to draw cards. Rise Again, Cur, Loaf, Enforcer, Orc. Or Ogre. I said Orc. Ah! Man, my ability. Griffin. Swift. If I can get that to focus. Come on. Right there for me. There you go. Swift Fall Cliffs. Gain a life. Taps for blue-red. And another legendary creature. Summon Tibo's Caravan, huh? Alright. 3-drop or 2/3. Has haste. Another target creature with power 2 or less can't be blocked this turn. Discard your hand. Until end turn, whenever a creature you control with power 2 or less deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. Alright, that's kind of neat. Alpine Houndmaster. Oh, so all the dogs we've been seeing. Here's a battlefield. You may search your library for a card named Alpine Watchdog or card name Inguis Cur. Put them into your hand and shuffle your library. Attacks, it gets a +1 or +X +0 until end of turn. X is the number of other attacking creatures. That's kind of neat. It basically gives it a ballista. Or not ballista, kind of effect. You know what I mean. Trader's Greed. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature and it gains haste until end of turn. So yeah, like Trader's Blood. Oh, add 2 mana of any one color. Oh, nice. But it adds the mana. Shipwreck Dowser? Yeah. It's got Prowess, and then enter the battlefield, return target insert or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay, that's not bad for 5. Not great, but you know. I'm going to stop naming these because I have went through and named them, and I'm almost a little bit tired of talking. Imagine pulling alternate art mythic. Like, that would be so. Actually, I did already. What am I saying? I'm getting greedy here. Keep myself humble. Oh, we got a shiny. Alternate forest again. Need more of these magic. I need more. They're probably going to be fairly cheap to get though. And then, yep, another one of those Sanctum of All shrines. That's neat. Free boots again. Conclave Mentor. Looks like another Ravnica. If one or more +1/+1 counters will be put on a creature you control, you may put +1/+1 counter are put on that creature instead. Oh, so you may add 1 to it. Okay. That's kind of neat. I like the music. Costs 3 less to cast if you gain 3 or more life this turn. Return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. Also, basically, it's a 1-drop if you gain 3 or more life. That's cool. Spiffy Cat, Revitalization, a little Fiend. This is a kitty cat token. Meow. Bloodfell. Okay, so it's red black. Swift Response Hollow. Temple of Mystery. Scry. Yep. Those are cool and all, they just don't speak to me. One of the golems. Oh, not focusing again, aren't we? Come on, right here. There we go. In addition to casting the spell, sacrifice creature, flying, trample. When enters the battlefield, each opponent sacrifices a creature. For 6 though? I don't really think that's worth that. Soul Seer. Sorry, creature, planeswalker, permanent. Oh, okay, yeah, I remember that. That was the one where I was like, that's a god killer. Like. Oh man, I keep getting like 2 to 3 views. That's kind of neat. Thanks, guys. Again, sorry this is taking so long, but at the same time, I like to talk about Magic cards and my thoughts on them. It looks like I got another hollow. Just reveal it. Regular. Oh, look at that. Another hollow rare. See the Truth. I like the cranes that are like flying around him, or those are phoenixes maybe. The top 3 cards of your library, put one of those cards in your hand, the rest in the bottom of your library in any order. If the spell was cast from anywhere other than your hand, put each of those cards in your hand instead. Oh, that's neat. Oh, for all those exile different type of cards that are in this set. That's neat. Sublimed Empathy. Oof. Somebody with empathy sometimes. I don't know if that's really great. Let's see. Choose one or more. Counter target spell. Counter activated or triggered ability. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Create a token copy of a target creature you control. Ooh. And target player draws a card. So one or more. So technically for 6 you could choose all those. That would be fun. And then the Archfiend's Vessel. Oh. Malfix's Scythe. Here's a battlefield with soul counter on it. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each soul counter on it. When a creature die, put a soul counter on it. Oh, so every time this dies, on something it dies, it. Oh, that's neat. It gets stronger. That could be used in something very malicious, because I think that would work well in my sack deck, because I could literally just sack and keep buffing creatures. Alright, so these are all. Oh, that's a new common. Life link. Whenever it enters battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 other target creatures you control. Alright, that's not bad, I guess, for 4. And that's that pack. Moving on up. Moving on up. Moving on up. Looks like we've had 6 mess ups, huh? Oh, well, those were over an hour ago, though. So, alright, I'm alright with that. That was like at the beginning of the stream. Treasure tokens. Focus right there. There you go. There you go. 1 mana, any color mana pool. Those are always really nice if you're really needing that. You know, I asked if I could get this, but I didn't actually think I would. Oh man, this card is so broken, and I'm so glad I got it. Because he's gonna be worth a lot when he hits modern. Oh, is he gonna be worth a lot? So the reason this guy is so busted is you may activate loyalty abilities of this particular person in time on any player's turn, anytime you could cast an instant. Again, cast this on anybody else's turn, anytime you could cast an instant. So not once per your opponent's turn, any time you could cast an instant. He gonna be broken in multiplayer games, just saying. And yeah, he starts off with 3, but +1/+1 draw a card, discard a card. Alright, yeah, still, not bad. Target creature you don't control phases out. Treat it and anything attached to it as though it doesn't exist until the controller's next turn. Now, again, you can use this ability, this first ability, anytime you could use an instant on your turn, your opponent's turn, to get to 10. When you take -10 off this, take 2 extra turns after this one. If you're playing a multiplayer game, you will hit that very fast if you are adamant about using him. So happy I got this. Like, I could just stop the video right there and be happy. Like, I didn't expect to get him because, you know, that's 3 planeswalkers. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mythic rares in 1 booster box. That's pretty good, honestly, if you ask me. And Pyre of Haze, or Pestilence of Haze. Blur Fist. Oh, okay. He's so fast. He's a blur. He's the Flash with Fist. Whenever we draw a card. Okay, yeah, he gets +1. Yep, we talked about him earlier. Dress. Yeah. Again, this just should not be a common. Because if you got a sack deck that states when a creature dies, something happens, and you get to draw 2 cards, this is gonna make it broken. Just shouldn't be a common. Should be an uncommon. Much like Tragic Slip. Tragic Slip when it first came out. I looked at that and went, what the hell was Wizards of the Coast thinking? They fixed it. They made it an uncommon whenever they released it in Modern Masters, but like it was a common. And all it stated was if you paired that card with Tragic Slip. So basically, you know, both I think 1-drops. Maybe even 2. I think Tragic Slip might be a 2-drop. You could then play that, sacrifice creature, draw 2 cards, then play Tragic Slip, which would put a -13 counters, 1 counter, you know, -13 counter on target creature. I don't care what creature you have. Normal games of Magic, mostly, there are exceptions to this, that creature's dead. It's dead. There ain't nothing you can do about that. Even like a god dies of that because of -1 counters. 13 of them. I don't think there's a single god that can survive that. It's ridiculous. Like, those 2 cards combined are just broken. I'm sure there's more broken things out there, but I think that's just ones I can think of off the top of my head. Alright, let's see if we can get this lion to focus. Except for he's not a lion, I guess. Spark Hunter Masquerade. He's an artifact creature. In addition to casting a spell, discard a card. He has protection from planeswalkers. Alright, that's pretty legit. Deals 1 damage to target planeswalker, enters the game, and gains indestructibility until end turn. But again, Tragic Slip would take care of him if he's indestructible, because -13, -1, -1s take care of indestructible. So, you know. Tavern Swindler. Yep. I think we already did that. Fierce Empath. I don't know if I've done this one. Here's the battlefield. You may search your library for a creature card with converted mana cost 6 or greater. Reveal it and put it in your hand, then shuffle your library. So yeah, that's a great way to find a card. 6 greater. Oh, I could find Emrakul with this card. There's greater than 6. Like I needed something else to make my Eldrazi deck worse. Alright. There's that. We are down to our last 4 packs. And it's looking like it's going to be an hour and a half video. And again, thank you everybody who showed up, and even the people who come by later. Again, let me know if you want to hear me do video game reviews. I'll actually have video game footage up and whatnot. I've got a couple ideas already on games I want to do, kind of some indie stuff and some main stuff. I might even do stuff like board game reviews. It's got a couple of really cool board games not a lot of people talk about. You know, nothing quite like Cards Against Humanity, but still. Alright, 9 lives. I love that there are like cat warriors and lions, and like you got Simba back up here. Like, that's great for this enchantment. Hexproof. If a source would deal damage to you, prevent that damage and put an incarnation counter on 9 lives. When there are 9 or more incarnation counters on 9 lives, exile. When 9 lives leaves the battlefield, you lose the game. What? Oof. I don't know how I feel about that. That's really cool, but really shit at the same time. Oh, whoop. Ah, looky there. Now I have all 5 shrines colors. So, come on, focus right there. You can do it. I believe in you. Come on, camera. You can do it. There you go. So there's the Shattered Heights shrine. I might have actually gotten this, earlier, but that's okay. Skyway Sniper, 1-drop reach, 1/2. So, yeah. And then Anointed. You know, I never thought that these would be a fun video to make. So I never really did it. But this has actually been kind of fun because, like, I'm sharing the experience of opening his packs with people in these times when you can't go to a card shop and share that experience with people there. You just pull, like, something amazingly crazy and it just, oh my god, you know, breaks out in the shop, and eventually they'll come back and we'll get to, and I'm gonna support the hell out of one of the shops that they open back up, just because they've been through a lot and they've been trying to do something that I wanted to do but couldn't financially afford to do. So, I'm not going to be mad at somebody else for beating me to the punch when they're better financially stable. And this is an ooze. Scavenging ooze, huh? Oh, boy. Exile target card from the graveyard. If it was a creature card, +1/+1 counter on scavenging ooze, and you gain 1 life. Ooh. Ooh. That might be useful in certain situations. Schindler's Pyre, Elemental Lizard, whenever a source you control deals non-combat damage to opponent, gets +1/+1 and gains double strike until in turn. Alright, that's cool. There's the Orc Pirate. Another alternate art on an uncommon this time. That's really cool. Turn Nature, Anime. Cancel, secure the scene, read the tides. Draw 3 cards, return target. Yep. Last 2 packs. Can I keep this to an hour and 30 minutes? Probably not. But that's okay. I've had a fun time. Hope everybody who watches this later also has a fun time. If I knew how to do highlight stuff, I would. I'd set up highlight. And there's that fountain that gives you 2 life, and it gets tap for colorless mana. My roommate's been really interested in those kind of things lately. So Seek the Truth, which I pulled a holographic earlier of. So we know what that card is. The Fungal Rebirth. Avian Gaggle Master. There's Battlefield. Gain 2 life for each creature with flying you control. That's right. Waker of Waves. It's a whale. I don't know what you... I've never seen a whale with a mouth that looks like that. Just saying. And also, like, could literally swallow a ship like that. That's a large ship. Creatures you control get -1, -0. Apparently permanently. Discard him, look at the top 2 cards of your library, put one of them in your hand, the other in the graveyard. Why would you do that? It's a 7 for 7, and it gives your opponent -1 to their attack. That's not a bad uncommon card. You can make that work. Like, I can think of ways to make that work. I'm not gonna talk about it. So I'm gonna give away all my ideas. Yeah. Last pack, boys and girls, and we got 9 lives again. I bet that is not worth much. Again, I don't really sell my cards, but for trading stuff, I don't imagine too many people would use that. You can remove 2 life counters from each planeswalker. Oh, geez. Alright. I didn't realize that earlier. And Havoc Jester, huh? Alright, come on. Focus right there for me. Why don't I have that? Come on. There it is. Whenever you sacrifice a permanent, Havoc Jester deals 1 damage to any target creature. It's a 5/5 for 5 with an ability. It's not bad. I don't know if I'll use it, but it's not bad. Reign of Revelations. Draw 3 cards, then discard a card for 4. Not bad. And short sword, finishing blow, truffle snout, adorable as always. Radiant fountain, sling, cage zombie, ornery dinosaur, walking corpse, hob fiend, and read the tides. So that was it. Um, Again, to everybody that showed up, thank you so much. For the people who are watching this later on YouTube, thank you. This is just crazy to me. Like, I pulled the guy off the cover of the frickin' booster box, the draft box, out of the pack. I got Liliana as well. I got 3 planeswalkers in this. A massacre worm, an alternate art massacre worm, an Ugin, spirit of the dragon. And then in the rares, we got, 9 lives, seek the truth, scavenger ooze, more 9 lives. We'll put those together. Spark Hunter, Sublime Empathy. I won't put that in the back because it's the same card in the back there too. I know that. The Tibbetts Carvan, Grim Tutor, Thieves Guild Enforcer, Volcanic Savar, Idol of Endurance, Necromon, Maze Tomb, Contagion Priest, Spore Web Weaver, Idol. So much in my opinion that was really is kind of good. I can't really think of another good way that this could win, like a better way. Some really cool hollows. I think we pulled 2 rare hollows out of this, and like 3 or 4 uncommons. These are kind of alternate arts up there, but yeah. Again, thanks everybody who came by.